You have to get into it. I vouch for that show. My parents are also athletes, so they kind of like pressured me to get into sports. When I have rice, I like it when it's savory rice. Like you have garlic fried rice, you have yang chow fried rice.
So just wait with me, baby. Just wait with me, baby. Don't you let me go.
Hey, and welcome back to Radio Hit with Interviews. I'm Bradley from Relatively Speaking, and today we are joined by a 22-year-old Filipino singer-songwriter who released his first EP in 2020 called Purple Afternoon. And he has even had his track Sorry sung by BTS's V. This artist has also released his latest single called Liquid Courage. So hello Paolo, thank you so much for joining me on the interview today. How have you been?
I've been good. Thank you for having me, Bradley. It's great to be here, and hello to everyone listening.
Thank you. Okay, so let's start off from earlier in your artist career. So what was the meaning behind Purple Afternoon?
Well, Purple Afternoon was just, of course, it was my first EP that I released. So there was a lot of pressure to kind of build a concept. And the concept that I came up with is like, how if you're in a relationship with someone, people like to exaggerate. They want to have like big romantic gestures. They like to celebrate those big romantic gestures. But more often than not, the small intimate moments of just watching a movie together, running errands, go unnoticed. And I think Purple Afternoon kind of celebrates those smaller moments. So
right, okay.
That's what I wanted to talk about.
Right. So what's your favorite song from that EP?
I probably Purple Afternoon, the title track of that EP. I think it didn't get a lot of attention,
Right.
but of course a lot of people would definitely say Sorry with all of the attention that it got thanks to V. But Purple Afternoon is my personal favorite from that project.
Okay, so moving on, you recently released Liquid Courage. So what was your inspiration when writing and producing Liquid Courage?
Well, for Liquid Courage, I actually just finished the recent season of an anime that I really love called Kaguya-sama Love is War. I'm not sure if you've seen
Honestly,
it.
I've never heard of it.
You should watch anime, man. It's a great.
I'm not really an anime
great
guy.
thing to get into it. Dude, you have to get into it. I vouch for that show. It's such an amazing show, and the way they build their characters is amazing. But anyway, so the main premise of the show is that these two high school students can't bring themselves to confess to the other person. So they play these elaborate mind games on each other to try and get the other person to confess. So Liquid Courage is about kind of my experience watching the show and being so frustrated with them because they're so good for each other, but they keep playing these mind games, and it would just be so much easier if they just admitted to each other how they felt. So
Right.
yeah, Liquid Courage is about taking risks and telling someone how you feel, and taking that risk and shooting your shot, I guess. So for those who can relate to that, definitely check out Liquid Courage.
Okay. So based on all the songs that you have written so far, which is the most emotional song that you have written and why?
That's a great question. I think from the ones that I've released, definitely Sorry is the one that was the hardest to write because it was about my own personal experience and the regrets that I had after like a relationship that I
Right.
went through. And I had a lot of things that I felt I could have done better. So it was kind of me bearing my soul to the listener and just kind of expressing all the things that I kept to myself for so long and just putting it out there and saying sorry, I guess, for a lot of things. But actually, the most emotional song that I have hasn't even been released yet, and it's coming in my new project that I'm working on. It's a very intimate song about how people kind of grow apart, and even though they grow apart, there's still a piece of them that kind of stays with you
Right.
even throughout your life. So it's a very intimate song, and I'm really excited for everyone to hear that when it comes out next year.
Okay, so it's coming out next year. Is there an exact
Yep,
date?
Well, we're pushing for early next year, so definitely keep an eye out and make sure to go check me out on social media and everything to keep updated for that song. It's called Aftertaste. It's a beautiful song. I'm excited for that.
Okay.
Yeah.
So I read online you grew up listening to like mellow pop rock blues like John Mayer.
Mhm.
So what's another genre and artist that you like to listen to?
Well, definitely recently I've been really into indie pop. I've been trying to get into that genre a lot more. Other artists that I look up to, like Wallows, like Phum Viprit from Thailand, like these kind of South indie artists around Southeast Asia, and Europe and America really inspire me because they kind of like to take pop in new different directions. They like to experiment with different sounds, and that's something I want to also introduce into my songwriting and my musicianship, I guess.
Right.
So they really inspire me. Super cool.
Okay. Moving on, I heard from a little birdie that you're actually a footballer too.
Yeah.
So how did your passion for like football arise?
Well, growing up, my parents are also athletes, so they kind of like pressured me to get into sports. They were like, "Pao, if you don't do sports, you can't play video games. You can't go out with your friends if you don't play sports." I think, yeah, I had very strict parents growing up, so they forced me to play a lot of different sports growing up. I swam for a bit. I think I even dabbled in taekwondo, but I eventually fell on football and I loved it so much, and I've been playing ever since. I actually played in college also, but now coming out of college, I don't think I'm gonna be a Cristiano Ronaldo anytime soon. So I think it might be time to let that dream die.
Till this
But,
day, I
yeah,
still don't understand how football works. I really
Really?
don't. Yeah.
I know it's popular in Singapore too. I've
Yeah, it
competed
is,
there a
but-
couple of times. That's it.
I'm not really a fan of it, honestly.
Get into it. You have to get into anime and football now, bro. After this interview, you have to watch some games.
Okay, I will try to watch anime.
Yeah.
I will try.
All right. For
Okay.
the next interview. Okay.
So I have 3 pictures of you right in front of me. This is
Okay,
picture
cool.
A, this picture
Okay.
B in the middle, and this picture C. So you have to choose
Okay.
one, and behind one there's a question.
All right. I guess we can go with picture B in the middle.
Picture B. Okay.
Yeah.
So, what is a meal that you dislike eating?
Let's see. I guess there's one dish that we have in the Philippines called champorado. I'm not sure if it was mainly Filipino or if
Never
it
heard
came
of
from
it.
Spain, but champorado is basically it's rice with like chocolate. Like they mix chocolate into the rice.
Oh, okay.
You eat it. It's like kind of like a dessert breakfast meal. But for some reason I can't get behind it. I find like when I have rice, I like it when it's savory rice. Like, you have garlic fried rice,
Mhm.
you have yang chow fried rice. But if it's like sweet with rice, it just, for me, it messes with my head, and I don't like the way that
I'm
it feels in my
guessing-
mouth. It's kind of a texture thing.
I'm guessing you don't eat like fries, like French fries with ice cream.
Oh no.
Right.
Yeah. I like.
Okay.
Yeah, it's not my thing. I just can't get behind champorado. Sorry for all my Filipinos out there, but I love other Filipino food, just not champorado. I can't get behind it.
Okay.
I have to try a good one. Yeah. Okay.
Looking at the future, is there any artist that you want to collaborate with?
Definitely like I mentioned, film. I actually have a poster in my room in the back, but it's covered by my virtual background right now. This is not my room. My room isn't this nice.
I really thought
but-
that was your room from the start. I
Hey,
wasn't
that's the
kidding.
goal. See, I don't have to fix my room because I have a nice virtual background. This is an IKEA background. I don't know where I found it, but definitely to collab with another Southeast Asian artist like Fum would be amazing because I really look up to him a lot. Other artists, like of course John Mayer would be like a dream come true. I think I would be able to die peacefully if I got a collab with John Mayer. And who else? Bruno Major is another one. Tom Misch, like a lot
Bruno
of
Major's good.
guitar. Bruno Major is amazing. He's one of I look up to a lot of these like singer songwriter guitarists, and they really inspire me. I love listening to his music too. So yeah, those are the couple off the top of my head.
So, looking forward in 2023, you mentioned that you have a new song coming out in 2023. Do you have anything else in store for Mr. Paolo Sandejas?
Yes. So I have a new project that I'm working on. This is actually my second EP, and it's coming out early 2023. So
Mhm.
make sure to follow me and check it out when it comes out. I'll be posting about it in the coming months. So definitely stick around
Okay.
and yeah, keep an ear out for that. I'm super excited for that. So
Do come
watch
by
out,
to
guys.
Radio Heatwave when you do come to
Yes.
Singapore. We would love to have you in our studio.
Oh yeah, that would be such a fun time. So we can play football and I can show you anime.
Definitely, definitely.
Okay, all right.
Hey, thank you so
Great.
much, Paolo, for joining me today on this interview. It's been a pleasure talking to you.
Sure. Thank you for having me, Radio Heatwave. See you
And
guys soon.
if you like this interview, don't forget to hit the like button and subscribe to our channel for more interviews like this. And don't forget to follow us on our socials right here. And this has been Bradley from Relatively Speaking, only on the hottest thing on campus, Radio Heatwave.